I got more than that.
So you want me to put it on you? I'll put it.
British boxing has a rich history of fighters. You have Lennox Lewis, a fighter that was praised for his right cross and for a good reason. Amir Khan, Chris Eubank, and the list goes on and on. But when you combine raw power with height and speed, you only get one result. Tyson Fury, a man that has erased every competition. His punches are like trucks. You just can't escape them. On the other hand, you got AJ, Anthony Joshua, a fighter that was loved at his highest but hated at his lowest. But despite all of the comparisons and hate this man has received, you just can't deny that he is in the top league of heavyweight boxing. So what would happen in a clash between the two British monsters? Well, grab your snacks and let's find out together. This is Boxing Matrix. Enjoy this video.
Man, the first time was so nice, I had to do it twice.
Okay, so to take a deeper dive into this topic, we have to see the start of both of our fighters. And boy, is it something you don't want to miss. Tyson Fury, a man named after the great Mike Tyson. Gypsy King was born to an Irish family, gypsies to be specific. Fury had beaten the odds even from the start of his life. He was born 3 months early, 3 months before his due date, weighing only 1 pound when he was born. His life chances were close to practically nil. He eventually made it, and his father named him after Mike Tyson, the previous heavyweight champion, for defying the odds.
I'm going to call you after my favorite heavyweight, Tyson. And the doctor said, no, that's not going to be a good name. He's not going to be very big, this guy.
Really?
When I was born, I only weighed 1 pound in weight. I was tiny.
Wow.
And I grew up to be 6'9" and 265 pounds.
Wow.
Tyson Fury dropped out of his school when he was 11 and began tarmacking roads with his father and brothers. Fury started boxing at the age of 10. Because his father was a professional boxer, Fury had no trouble getting the necessary training. As for Joshua, his startup was also not easy. Having spent most of his childhood in the projects of Nigeria really made him look at life in a different way. He moved to England and eventually excelled at football and was a really good sprinter until he was introduced to the sport of boxing.
Firstly, when I was about 14, I went to a boxing gym just so I wanted to get strong.
But how did the whole boxing scene start talking about them both? Well, in late 2008, Tyson participated in his career's first professional fight, which took place in Nottingham, England. In the fight, he defeated his Hungarian opponent, Bela Gajngoszi, with a technical knockout. We'll just let you see how far this man has come.
Fury, just 20 years old, Gypsy John Fury, fought Henry Akinwande back in the 1990s, Steve Garber as well, 21st of November. And his new wife, Paris, is sitting. Celebration this would be if he could start with a victory here tonight. He'll be nervous, though.
That'd be fantastic for him.
Reigning ABA super heavyweight champion, beat Damien Campbell of Repton in the final. And as you heard, he was overlooked in favour of David Price for the Olympics, and that is something he is annoyed about. He thinks he could have taken the Olympic gold medal.
Well, and you can see why in their first fight, but this is a good onslaught.
Good body shots from Fury, and he's trying to produce a spectacular performance here on his opening fight of his professional career. Oh, left hand goes in, and Dumyeshi is in trouble. He really felt the power of that left hook. Well, he's getting to his feet, but I'm not sure he wants too much of it.
The following year was really important for Fury. He was all set to participate in the biggest match of his career thus far when he competed for the English heavyweight title. John McDermott, a much more experienced boxer, was his opponent in the fight, which Tyson, of course, won. A rematch was set, which Tyson won fairly easily via a technical knockout. Thus, he ended up winning the English heavyweight title twice in a matter of a few weeks. In the meantime, Anthony Joshua had qualified for the 2012 Olympics, a qualification that would surely change his life. At the Olympics, Joshua proved to be levels above everyone, demolishing everyone that came in his way. He eventually got to the finals and won the gold medal over Roberto Camarel. We will let you see Joshua's first challenge.
Good double right hand from Joshua. Snaps the head sideways and will take it away. Looking for an historic second gold medal in succession. in this heaviest weight class. Anthony Joshua looking to repeat the victory over Camarelli that was for the opening round. Good left hand gets through from Camarelli. The 32-year-old Milanese policeman and his opponent from Great Britain, wearing blue, Anthony Joshua.
Camarelli, that's what he should be practicing and bringing him onto that shot, finishing on the left foot. He's got all the work on again, that's better.
Drives Camarelli back toward the neutral corner on the 5 moments to go. Joshua back onto the front foot. The boxers exchanging units of pace. 32 years of age, he's had a hard tournament, and this is a spirited rally from Anthony Joshua.
In the blue corner, representing Great Britain.
In the meantime, Oleksandr Usyk was also competing at the same organization, a name you should remember. Following his victory at the Olympics, Joshua decided that it was time to finally turn pro, and therefore pursue a path to be one of the best to ever do it. Both Tyson Fury and Joshua were upcoming fighters in the British scene at the time, so they didn't think much about each other.
He hasn't been living the life of a boxer, and I've been training like a Trojan for the last 18 months. I've been active. I've been fighting good fighters, one after the other.
Fury, though, was given his first big shot at a title. A shot for the British and Commonwealth heavyweight titles. His opponent? The well-established Derek Chisora. Chisora had weighed in at a career highest 261 pounds in the hope that he could land an early KO victory against his much taller opponent. When the fight started, though, war was on. Both of them displayed skill, power, and most importantly, boxing IQ.
Chisora will bully Fury into submission here, but Fury has been very confident at carrying that extra weight that you were talking about.
Which he would like to get going early, and for Derek's sake, he would like to get in underneath that jab and then work on the inside.
In both the second and fourth rounds, it looked like the extra weight may work for Chisora, with Fury's defensive frailties exposed by some wild but powerful overhand rights.
Very well behind that jab.
I think the state of mind that Fury got into before the fight prepared Fury will feel that his fitness comes into play.
Yeah, that's the 800-pound gorilla in the room.
Good left hook there for Chisora, and follows it up again. Chisora, when he finds a way through, looks so dangerous here. Fury just leaning on Chisora there and then landing a right hand of his own. Massive fan club here behind him, Tyson Fury, as ever.
In the 10th, after a good start from Fury, Chisora rallied with a flurry of punches as he went for broke.
With a straight right hand. And when he's done it, he's controlled these rounds.
Really liking the chances of Fury at the moment. He seems to be prevailing. The proper cut there from Fury.
The problem for Chisora is he's not coming off those ropes with anything big, and the body shots are taking a toll on him.
And the Tyson Fury fans out as well. Soria really getting behind. There's a rally from Chisora. Combination caught Fury by surprise. And Chisora, but Fury's fighting back. Chisora though, swinging. Brilliant stuff this in the 10th.
Chisora's corner sent him out to throw the kitchen sink at Fury in the final round, but he no longer had the strength or energy to mount a serious challenge. Fury won a comfortable decision victory, and what we learned from this was that Tyson Fury was a threat to Vladimir Klitschko.
Them guys who you fought in the past, they talked a lot, they had a lot to say, but they didn't have the inner belief in the mind, in the heart, in the body.
Tyson Fury was ahead of Joshua and was making a name for himself not only in the British boxing scene, but internationally. He successfully continued defending his title and also won the WBC title eliminator against the world title contender Kevin Johnson.
Tyson Fury!
This awarded him the shot at the WBC heavyweight champion Vladimir Klitschko. But what about Joshua? Fury had made a name for himself and was developing year after year. After making his professional debut in 2013, Joshua looked promising. He won the Commonwealth title in 2015 against Dillian White. As for Fury, well, here is everything you need to see about his match with Klitschko.
Basically looking at Fury and trying to figure out exactly what he wants to do.
Their height, they're not used to fighting fighters their same
in the black with gold. They find Fury landing one power punch. Feel him out, read the opposition, and we'll think about what to do as we go forward.
Fury steals body shots, which are great shots to steal. Good jab by Fury.
Yeah,
as well.
that's the first good jab Klitschko's landed, and give Fury
Quality job.
And Jim, the bad thing about this,
really good right hand by Klitschko.
That
was his best right hand of the fight. And now Fury mugs as if to say, oh, you didn't hurt me, and that suggests that maybe over Klitschko, and landed punches counted by Coffee.
Oh, good shot.
Big left hook by Fury. As Vladimir momentarily, we've come to the 10th. How do you have it through 9?
Okay, so I got it 7 rounds to 2, 88, 83, Tyson round, and do nothing else. I mean, he gives the round away. Like, for example, in that 9th round, he landed a nice right hand. He could have just stepped on it, jumped all over Fury. Fury keeps touching him, piling up points with that left jab, that wild right hand. And Vladimir keeps doing it.
And there's a left hook for Klitschko. A minute 40 to go. He's starting to build a little fire here.
From the United Kingdom, the new unified heavyweight champion of the world,
Tyson had done it. He was the WBA, IBO, WBO, and IBF heavyweight champion. Talks for a rematch were on immediately, but were shut down a little later. In February 2016, he was charged with doping and consuming drugs when cocaine and nandrolone were found in his samples, which were taken 16 months ago. It also led him to slip into depression, and he surrendered his titles in October 2016. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was Joshua's time to rise as Britain's biggest name. His achievements? He defeated the same man, Vladimir Klitschko. What can we even say about this fight? Let's just get you introduced with the first round.
To the top by Joshua.
it's just a matter of how much he can take.
Waits for the perfect shot. Joshua.
That's exactly right, Jim. Or by knockout, so just level is to try to knock him out.
A little bit reticent to throw power punches. Vladimir from round to round.
Good right hand.
He was under Jonathan Banks, the same he was under Emmanuel Stewart.
Right hand by Joshua on the shoulder of Klitschko. Now the left hook.
The fifth one was really one of the best rounds you will ever see in boxing.
Klitschko's hurt. Klitschko's hurt bad.
Joshua has Klitschko.
Yeah, Klitschko's hurt bad.
Left hook upstairs.
Yeah, Klitschko's hurt.
Klitschko trying to grab and hold. Joshua trying to go ahead.
And he's got a cut under his eye. Klitschko's cut under the eye and he's hurt very bad. And there he goes. Down goes Klitschko.
Has been cut and trying to mount a big comeback in the round. Joshua misses with the uppercut.
Oh, good right hand by Klitschko. Followed by a hook by Joshua.
Klitschko's used to guys falling down after they land shots like
another good hook by Klitschko. Right uppercut back. Oh, Klitschko got him.
Joshua's in trouble.
Yes.
Joshua proved that he was the next prospect. And finally, the new champion of the world.
Joshua!
During this time, Tyson had successfully returned to the ring, and the trash talk between the two had already started.
Like a fucking washing there. He don't do shit, does he? He gets told what to do by his promoter. He ain't the brains of Britain, Joshua, is he? Yeah, man. Stay humble, yo. You keep it real, man. I'm a gangster, me. Trying to be a good man.
You wouldn't say you disliked Fury?
I dislike or disliked.
Either.
I don't know Fury. I just know Fury for boxing. I don't like some of the things he says, but who am I to comment? It's just my opinion. And I'm sure there's people that love what he says and people that don't like what he says. But from my standpoint, I think some, not all, some of the things he says don't sit well with me.
There was a worldwide debate as to who was the best between the two. But the reality was that they would not get in the ring. Fury went on to fight Wilder in what would happen to be one of his most dangerous fights. Let us remind you that Wilder was an undefeated heavyweight champion with an almost 100% KO ratio. The opening round was really entertaining with plenty of clowning from Fury, mixed in with some rangy jabs that hit the mark. Wilder was struggling to get settled, being confronted with unorthodox angles.
Wilder is all over Fury. Jab up to establish distance. Right now, first time he ran out of patience as you slightly bigger reach.
Yeah, at 6'7",
right, I agree. Into play. There's another jab by Fury.
The jab, trying to utilize the real estate. Herky jerky style, but Fury now.
In the third, it seemed like Fury's movement and taunting bothered Wilder there, much like it did when he upset Vladimir Klitschko.
Yeah, like that.
born in Alabama, as Wilder digs.
Fury wielding away. The one thing Tyson Fury does not want to do is get
Fury. Fury pivots away from the ropes, and it's Fury that lands a right hand. Al, what about you? Are you at all surprised with Fury's approach?
The 7th round was getting to the point where Deontay Wilder's only hope was to land one huge, fight-changing blow. His hooks were getting wider and wider, and Fury was slipping out of trouble easily and countering strongly.
Fury locks him up to stop the
connected over the 12 rounds, Al. And again, Fury inside the distance. There's a stiff jab.
And then in the 9th, this happened. Fury was knocked, but didn't give up. The fight went the distance, and the decision was surprising.
Even a draw, the decision is a split decision draw.
Fury was clearly the top dog in heavyweight boxing. That made him go even harder on Joshua, who seemed to duck him every single time. Finally, in 2020, after Fury defeated Deontay Wilder via 7th round technical knockout to capture the WBC and Ring heavyweight titles, Wilder immediately activated a contractual rematch clause. The trilogy fight was initially scheduled to take place on 18 July. But after Wilder suffered an injury and due to concerns over the COVID-19 pandemic, the bout was postponed until October. Fury announced in October that he was moving on from a proposed 3rd fight. When Joshua defeated Andy Ruiz Jr. in a rematch in December 2019 to reclaim his unified heavyweight titles, the WBO ordered Joshua to enter negotiations with their mandatory challenger, Alexander Usyk. On the other hand, the IBF had ordered Joshua to fight Kubrat Pulev, a fight he won with ease. After the victory, Joshua was asked in the post-fight interview about the prospect of an undisputed fight with Fury.
If that is Tyson Fury, let it be Tyson Fury. It's no big deal.
Fury released a video on social media in response to Joshua's comment.
Joshua just shit himself live on television. He got asked did he want the fight, and he went around the bushes and put his arse on the edge. I want the fight. I want the fight next. I'll knock him out inside 3 rounds.
Sadly, both went on their own separate paths. 2021 saw both back in negotiations. A 2-fight deal between the two champions had been agreed in principle since June 2020, with the first fight having a 50-50 purse split and the rematch a 60-40 split in favor of the winner. In March 2021, it was reported that both teams had signed the contract, with the final details of a date and venue to be determined. On 17 May 2021, an announcement was made that the fight would take place on 14 August 2021 at a venue in Saudi Arabia. However, 24 hours after the announcement was made, a judge in a U.S. court ruled that Deontay Wilder was entitled to exercise his option for a 3rd fight with Fury on a date up to 15 September. This put the proposed bout between Joshua and Fury in jeopardy, as Wilder indicated that he was not prepared to stand aside to allow the British boxers to proceed. As a result of the difficulties in agreeing to the fight between Joshua and Fury, the WBO gave the Joshua camp 48 hours to come to an agreement for the fight with Fury, or they would instead order a bout against their mandatory challenger, Alexander Usyk. The WBO issued an instruction that Joshua would have to fight Usyk, with an agreement for the bout to be in place by 31 May. The following day, Fury announced that he had signed a contract for a 3rd fight with Wilder to be held in Las Vegas. Joshua and Usyk came to an agreement to stage their bout on 25th September 2021 at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, where Joshua suffered the 2nd professional loss of his career when Usyk produced a dominant display to emerge the victor by unanimous decision, with Joshua's performance being labeled a strange, almost hapless display. After defeating Wilder and Dillian White, Fury had announced his retirement from the sport. That was it. Every hope we had for AJ versus Fury was destroyed. Almost 4 months after Fury's triumphant return to the ring, he vacated the ring title on 13 August. 1 week later in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, Joshua faced Usyk in a rematch of their first bout 11 months earlier. And the now vacant ring title on the line for the Usyk-Joshua 2 winner, in addition to Usyk's unified world titles, with Usyk outboxing Joshua again over the 12-round distance to win. this time via split decision.
For the winner by split decision, and still the unified heavyweight champion of the world from Ukraine, Alexander.
In the aftermath of Usyk-Joshua 2, an undisputed fight in the near future between the two undefeated heavyweight champions Fury and Usyk seemed likely. Until on 2 September, Usyk issued a statement in Kyiv, Ukraine at a press conference, confirming that he refuses to face Fury in December 2022. Fury reacted to these developments on 5 September by calling out Joshua in a video message.
Anthony Joshua, I know you've just lost a fight to Usyk and you're doubtless at the moment. And I'd like to give you an opportunity to fight me for the WBC Heavyweight Championship of the World and the Lineal Championship in the next few months. You're coming off a 12-round fight, so you're match fit, you're ready.
Joshua responded by accepting the challenge, stating he would be ready in December. Fury announced that his side had offered Joshua 40% of a 60-40 purse split, which Joshua's promoter Eddie Hearn confirmed on 7 September that they had accepted. Although we haven't got an official poster for the fight, or an official announcement by DAZN or Top Rank, it is safe to say that this fight is happening in December. Let us know who you got winning this one. This is Boxing Matrix. Thanks for watching.